Hey there, and welcome to Ironman Completionist, the series where, well, I complete all of Runescape while playing an Ironman account. Now while RS cannot truly be beat, there are still many challenges and goals that are offered, all of which I will complete. This includes hunting for all the items in the game and filling out the entire collection log, taking on every boss and challenge OSRS has to offer to complete the combat achievements, and of course maxing the account and accumulating a killer bank in the process. And here is that journey. Just for the fun of it, I think I'm going to start off by doing 50 normal gauntlets, and then right after that I'm going to do 50 corrupt gauntlets as well. Here is my starting KC for both the normal and corrupted gauntlet. Holy crap, look at that PB time. And the funny part is I actually got pretty unlucky with Unlive. Yoink, yoink, yoink. 4 rune scimitars. Just finished killing our last Unlive for the 50 normal gauntlet completion mark. Let's see what we get for our final loot. Nothing good. Oh, that's awesome. That's so good to see. There is a Grandmaster combat task completed, Corrupt Gauntlet Grandmaster. And there is our last Unlive kill for our 50 Corrupted Gauntlet completions. That took way too long. And the funny part is during that kill we actually managed to get 90 hit points, putting us at 1850 total level. That is also the second ever 90 on the account. So that's pretty sick. And our final Corrupted Gauntlet reward chest is going to contain nothing. Even though we just re-obtained our quest cape and acquired the music cape, we now gotta reclaim both. And this is due to the new quest Beneath Cursed Sands. We do have all the requirements needed for this quest already knocked out, and the music tracks listed here should be obtained during the quest, if not just in the town nearby. So let's just go ahead and knock this out so we don't have to worry about it. You already know what time it is. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Give me that. What are we going to get? Dragonstone Amulet? No way. We actually got another glory. That is so good. And we also got an elite clue. I don't even know what the chance of that is, but let's go ahead and do this real quick. There is the casket. And for our loot, what the hell is that? Let's just go do that quest. Well, I'm smart. I completely forgot to bring a prayer potion. Luckily, we killed the boss just in time.
This was my guide how to complete Beneath Cursed Sands quest. Hopefully it has helped. Subscribe, rate and comment. Okay, thanks, bye.
And there is the completion of Beneath Cursed Sands. With this, we get the Kiris Partisan, which is a really good weapon apparently for KQ, and it will have upgrades here fairly soon with the release of Raids 3. On top of this, we obviously completed all the quests in the game once again, meaning we now have access to our quest cape, and we also got our music cape back as well. And once again, this is all thanks to Slayer Music, which provides the literal best guides I've ever used in RuneScape for quests. Aside from Soup, of course, or as some of you guys may know him, Third Age Films. With that quest knocked out and us now having access to our capes once again, it's time for us to move on to our next grind, which I am not looking forward to at all. And that is the Tithe Farm grind. I think it is time that I finally knock it out so I never have to think about it again, and in the process this is going to get us 85 farming, which I need to plant a spirit seed in my house, or a spirit tree rather. This will also be great because it'll give us access to the high tier in the farming guild, and we can plant a spirit tree in there as well. So for this grind we are going to have to get the seed box, the Grillerker's can, and the full farmer outfit. This adds up to 850 points. This is going to be fun. That was a pretty dumb mistake, but there is 83 farming. Got ourselves another Hespori kill coming in, and the loot is going to be, hopefully, a bucket. And we got nothing good. Just about jumped out of my seat then. Completely forgot I grew dwarf weeds here, so when I got that red text in chat, I actually thought I got the pet. First farming level of the grind coming in, there is 84. Now to help us with the rest of the grind, the first thing we are going to purchase is the Grillerker's can. There is another collection log entry. Now the reason why we purchased this is because it can hold 1,000 charges of water, which ultimately makes this grind a lot better because I only have one can to click and I'll be in the same position every single time. Now that we've purchased the Greylockers can, we can go ahead and move on to the actual farmer's outfit itself, starting with the boots. To actually make use of these, before I turn in the 100 fruits, I am going to just slap these on for the extra XP bonus. Massive for the account. There is another mine piece knocked out for the collection log. I could not wait any longer to get this level, so there is 85 farming. It's beautiful, isn't it? And with that level, I can finally freely move throughout the entire farming guild without any restrictions, giving us access to another fruit tree patch as well as a Celestius tree patch, and probably my favorite thing of all is the spirit tree patch. Having a spirit tree in the farming guild is not only going to make all my farming guild runs so much better to do, but it decreases our trip times by quite a bit. It makes it so much easier to do my contract runs for better seeds, and when I get a spirit tree in my house, it makes for a great teleport to a bank. Lastly, and probably my favorite part of all, is once I do have the restoration pool in my house as well as the spirit tree, this is basically going to eliminate me ever having to go to the Ferox Enclave again. But sadly, getting this level does not mean we are done with our Tithe Farm grind, so let's go ahead and head right back and finish that off. Another Hespori kill coming in for... Give me the loot, give me that bucket, give me that bucket. No bucket. Got ourselves enough points to buy another farmer's outfit piece, and that is going to be the farmer's hat. Now outside of farming, the straw hat actually does have a use for elite clues. It's needed for a pretty unique elite clue step requiring the straw hat, pyromancer legs, and a Shazian 5 top. And with us now having bought the hat, we now have all 3 of those pieces for that clue step. And I just now realized that is also our 300th entry in the collection log. Managed to get another 150 points and purchase the farmer's torso. Our spirit tree is officially grown in the farming guild, and with us checking this health, we are also going to get 86 farming. I also just went ahead and checked out the health on the Celestius tree and carved our own battle staves to get this elite task done for the Karen and Kebos area. Also, there is another Hespori kill knocked out, putting us at 15 KC, and once again, no bucket. My videos just got someone kicked from the clan. Well, rest in peace, Shift Click. You will be remembered. Anyways, we just did an exam, so there's some free herbal XP. There is another trip done. And with that one completed, we can officially finish off our full farmer's outfit. And now that we have obtained the full outfit, the only thing we need now is the seed box. Hey, we finally got a Hespori PB, let's go. And from that kill, we got a dragon fruit seed, that's not too bad. The moment is finally here. We have 262 points, more than enough to buy the seed box. There it is, the final item needed from the Tithe Farm. We go ahead and check out the collection log real quick, and we head on over to the minigame section. The Tithe Farm is officially greened out, meaning we have it fully completed. In other words, I'm never coming back here again. This place sucks. Now that we finally got the Tithe Farm knocked out, I want to do a few things just real quick to get some more money, and in the process, hopefully have a little bit of fun. With us now owning the Curious Partisan, flinching KQ should be pretty easy. Before we go ahead and do these kills though, I am going to go and get 77 prayer because we do have that bank, and alongside this, I'm going to do a hard clue that we have in the bank as well. And there's our hard casket, and from this we are going to get, some alks. Well, that was quick. With that level, we now have access to augury once we get the prayer scroll, and because we hit 76 prayer, we now get 1 extra prayer point per sip of prayer pot. Well, that was short-lived. In just 1 hour of doing KQ, I only managed to get 5 kills, so honestly pretty bad. I expected to get a lot more kills with the Curious, but overall the loot wasn't too bad for our time invested. So we've had our fun, and now that we have the Tithe Farm knocked out, there's nothing else stopping us from doing our construction grind. And that is exactly what we are going to do next. We currently have 94 construction banked right now. I am not going all the way to 94 because I feel like that'd be a waste of money. So I think I'm going to stop at level 92. This should cost us around 11 million GP, and that is definitely going to take us a long time to do. So in the process, I'm still going to continue my herb runs, my farming contract runs, as well as my seaweed runs, in hopes of getting all the giant seaweed I need to get 90 crafting as well. And this crafting grind in itself is going to cost us around 3 million GP as well, which is fine because thanks to the gauntlet we have 15 million GP to our name, which should be more than enough to knock out these 2 goals that we have. So I guess let's get started on making some planks. We're finally starting the grind that I've set out for a couple months now. To make our planks, I am going to be doing the PvP World Demon Butler method. I've already set up my house to do this, and it should be pretty simple. I describe an inventory of teak logs, I teleport to my house, I run up to my butler, which I've already assigned to the text that I need for him to go to the sawmill. I say, yep, he charges me 13,000 GP, and just like that, I teleport back to Camelot, rinse and repeat, and I do this until I finish off all these planks. In other words, this is going to be pretty fun, but it is the quickest way to make planks, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, this is what the method looks like in full effect. And there we have it. After just a few hours, we nearly have 20,000 teak planks, which is more than enough to get us to 92 construction. Our method of training construction is of course going to be mahogany homes because this gives you the most XP per plank. It is also the best and cheapest way to train construction on your Ironman account, but it does actually take quite a bit of time. This person is literally my other half. I have a tome of water, they have a tome of fire. We're both wearing the same outfit as well as the same amulet. We are the other half to one another. First milestone level coming in, there is 75 construction. Don't really get anything too big from this level. And just a few runs later, we have all the points we need to purchase our first upgrade, being the plank sack. This is going to increase our XP per hour exponentially, as this allows us to bring an additional 28 planks with us per run. So we are going to save so much time, which is mainly why I bought it first before the carpenter's outfit. Just finished up a bunch more contracts and we have enough points to buy another reward from the shop, being the carpenter's boots. It is currently May 31st, and as of tomorrow, I'm going to be going on a month-and-a-half trip to go see some family and do some work. I will also not be able to record any clips during this time, so this is where we stand as of right now. We have 80 million XP, these are our levels, but throughout this time, I'm pretty much just going to focus on getting 92 construction, so this is pretty much just a forward apology for the long wait on this episode. So yeah, hopefully, I'll see you guys soon. Peace. So, it has been 2 months and I am finally back from my family trip. As you can probably tell from my gear, we have been doing a little bit of grinding. During the entire 2 months that I was gone, I ended up doing a lot of the grinds that I said I was going to do, such as the construction, herbivore, and a few other things. But during this time that I was gone, my clan ended up actually hosting a bingo event, which I did decide to participate in. And thus, the slideshow begins. We have a lot to go over, so get ready to sit back and look at a bunch of pictures because that is all I have to show for these 2 months. So starting off, we are going to go over a few of the grinds that I did before the bingo even started, and then we're going to look at the prep that I did leading up to the bingo itself. So the first thing I did upon leaving from my trip is actually just doing construction, and I did this for about a week before I did anything else. As you can see, we ended up getting the entire carpenter's outfit, the plank sack, Amy's saw, the Assidious blueprints, and the supply crate. Ultimately greenlogging the mahogany home section in the collection log. Here are the screenshots of the actual milestone levels that we got in construction on our way to level 90. And in the process of getting to level 90 construction, we actually hit 1875 total level as well. So obviously with us hitting 90 construction, we had to make some upgrades to our house. And now that we had 85 farming, I guess it was time for us to actually make the Spirit Tree Fairy Ring in our house once and for all. Along with this, I decided to make the best pool that I could in my house given the resources we had in the bank. I made a basic jewelry box using the dueling rings and the games necklaces. And then lastly, just because I could, I made a menagerie in the house so we could store our pets and save some inventory slots in the bank. And here is the final product of our house. It is still very empty and it definitely does need a lot more upgrades, but this is the bare minimum that was needed to actually assist me during the bingo grind. And finally, the last few things we did before bingo began was actually getting 78 herbivores so we can make potions in the Chambers of Zarek. We did a little bit of Slayer and got a few drops as well from the demonic gorillas to get a new task before bingo began. And we did the Giant's Foundry to get our quest cape back, but it ended up being useless because we actually have a fairy ring in our house now. And now for bingo, finally. So starting off, here is the bingo board. It is extremely PvM oriented, but there is a few skilling / clue things you can do. There is a bunch of tiles on here that I decided that I was actually going to go for, but all of my teammates decided to knock them out on the first and second day. So I ended up getting stuck with the Corrupted Gauntlet. That being said, I still did try for a few other tiles, and you'll see that here pretty soon. But moving on from the bingo board, here is our team and all of our team's members. So we are the Pog Frogs, and the actual icon for our team was made by yours truly. Along with showing you guys the team icon, I figured it'd be pretty cool to keep track of our bank value, our total XP, and our total time played throughout the entire bingo. So the current screen displayed is what we're starting with at the beginning of the bingo. We have a bank value of 186,690,000 GP. We have 85 million total XP, and we have 66 days, 5 hours tracked. At the end of the video, we'll have a screen just like this displayed showing our end result from the bingo. Now that we have gone over the prep and you guys are fully introduced to the bingo and all of the team members, let's go ahead and get started on my side of the bingo. So starting off on day 1, I decided to do a little bit of Slayer. The goal was to maybe get a few superiors and get lucky with the Imbued Heart, Eternal Gem, or the Mist Battle Staff, or maybe even get a boss task to pursue some of the other items on the actual board itself. Unfortunately, however, I did not get so lucky, and I spent about 4 days doing Slayer before I decided to stop. And here's just a few more screenshots of Slayer over those days. Now, following Slayer, the majority of my team and I decided to band together and send a few chambers. And in doing so, we actually did manage to get a purple. And let's just say that I am more than surprised with the drop. This was the only purple drop for our team during the bingo, and it just so happened to somehow be in my name with 9,710 points. Now obviously I'm not going to complain because this is my first purple and it was not deserved by any means. But the Dragon Hunter crossbow is the exact same drop rate as the Twisted Buckler and is on the bingo board while this was not. So that is a little bit unfortunate because we did not get this tile, but I am just so happy that we managed to get this. But wait, there's more. Directly after those last few raids, I decided to go ahead and do a hard clue that I had in my bank. And what do you know, we just casually hit the rare drop table and get a Gilded Kite Shield. Now unfortunately this was not enough to replace the Robin Hat tile on the bingo board, so I did not get a tile for this either, but still a pretty cool find. Now following chambers, my team had actually knocked out a majority of the easy tiles on the board. And considering that I adjusted 50 normal gauntlet and 50 corrupted gauntlet before starting this bingo, I figured why not try for the BOFA. And let's just say I definitely committed to the grind. Now for a little while there, I was extremely dry on getting a crystal armor seed. I went about 114 kills without seeing one. But once I hit 200 KC, they just came flying in. Between kills 200 and 233, we managed to get 3 crystal armor seeds. And on that 233rd kill, we managed to get our 6th and final crystal armor seed for the full outfit. Now once I got the seed, I did decide to go ahead and get a few crafting levels just so we could make it. And once I crafted the full crystal armor set, I went ahead and continued the grind. Which, as you can probably guess, after we just used all of our RNG to get the Twisted Buckler, the Gilded Kite Shield, and all 6 of our crystal armor seeds within 233 kills, we were not so lucky in getting the enhanced crystal weapon seed. But of course, the game doesn't mind giving me a 7th crystal armor seed or 4 D-Hallies in one drop. Oh yeah, and let's just say I got a bunch of combat XP from this grind as well. So we're pretty much closing in on the end of the bingo journey. There are of course a few more things that I would like to show though, such as 90 farming, our current KC at Aspori, me turning in 1 million coins to Lazim to get the infinite teleports on the Camulet, and me randomly catching a crystal impling and getting the Elven Signet while doing the corrupted gauntlet. There is also a bunch of combat achievements that I managed to complete throughout the bingo as well, and the majority of which were actually at the gauntlet, and I was either forced into doing them or I did them completely on accident. Especially Wolf Puncher 2 because I could not find a second demi-boss to save my life. And now you guys are caught up. That is everything that I managed to do during my time away and during the bingo. Which, speaking of, I ended up not getting a single tile for my team, and I was ultimately carried pretty hard. We did manage to score 3rd place out of 6 teams, and here are the drops that my teammates got to allow us to get that spot. We got JC at top pulling in a Sanguine Ornament Kit. We have SB pulling in his first ever Hydra Claw on the account. We have Jeff pulling in all 3 of the DK drops we needed to get that tile, being the Mud Battle Staff, the Circle, and the Dragon Axe. We got JC pulling in the Mist Battle Staff for the Slayer tile, JC pulling in an Abbey Dagger instead of the Nature Talisman that he was going for, Jeff thieving and pulling in 2 Blood Shards, that boy Buana pulling in a Dragon Harpoon, SB getting absolutely spooned for some Torva plate legs, which as you can see right here, he managed to repair and turn into the actual plate legs. And last but not least, once again, Buana pulling in another item, being the Elder Chaos Hood. And just to give you guys a time frame, all of these drops were obtained over 2 weeks. That includes my own, even though I didn't get any tiles for the bingo. So we are now officially done covering the bingo, and here is the end result screen that I was talking about from earlier. We have managed to increase our total bank value from 186,600,000 GP to almost 297 million. Along with this, we nearly have 90 million total XP now, and we have 70 days, 13 hours played. Another pretty cool thing to note as well is we went up 1 combat level, and we are nearly 1900 total level as well. And the last thing that I'd like to look at is the efficient hours played for the bingo. As you can see, for the final week of the bingo, I came in 5th and my team leader JC actually came in 1st. So we were really putting in some time. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. And for the month I came in 9th, but like I said, the bingo only lasted 2 weeks, so that's a little bit unclear. But overall, coming in at top 10 for both categories is pretty impressive considering over 40 people were playing, and I'm pretty happy with the end result. So this just happened. From my literal first 30 minutes being back from my trip, I managed to get a back-to-back Crystal Armor Seed drop. I just got one on 358 KC, and we just got one on 357 as well. What the heck? God damn, a 7-minute 44 kill for nothing. So yeah, there's that. That was all of bingo, and we are officially back to videos, no more screenshots. I've played a little bit since I've been back, as you can see by the XP and the playtime. Our corrupted gauntlet completions are now 364, and we have 9 crystal armor seeds. So we're actually getting pretty lucky with the crystal armor seeds and the crystal weapon seeds, which is a little bit unfortunate. But whatever. We're closing in on that 400 KC count for the enhanced crystal weapon seed drop rate, so hopefully we can get it by then. And that is pretty much what I'm going to be doing for right now and at the start of the next episode. I've already committed so much time to this grind, so might as well just go ahead and finish it out. But before we end this episode, I just want to check out the total bank value real quick because, again, it's gone up and I am very, very happy with it. We now have 322 million total. We have a 27 million cash stack. Like at the start of bingo, I had 98 coins. From the corrupted gauntlet and bingo, I've gained around 31 million GP because I put 3.25 mil inside miscellanea. So we now have all the GP we need to upgrade our house, because that is something else we have to do here pretty shortly. And we have all the GP we need for our crafting grind whenever I decide to get around to that. Feels absolutely amazing, man. And that is going to be it for this episode. I am so sorry for the long wait, and I'm very sorry that the majority of this episode was screenshots as well. But I promise that will never happen again. And I can also proudly say the next episode is going to have a brand new outro that I am currently in the works of making. But for right now, we're going to stick to our classic outro. So for those of you who have made it this far, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to look out for the future episodes and subscribe, comment, and like. Make sure to check me out on Twitch and join my Discord, both of which are going to be linked in the description below. And most importantly, I hope all of you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace. Alright, and before we officially end the episode, we got one more funny clip for the road.
Task. What's my task gonna be? Not the back.
Gargoyles.
Hydras.
Hydras, yeah.
At 83 Slayer, gotcha.
Congrats on the
I got
call.
gargoyles. Dude, SB.
Let's
this is like
go!
your third fucking time guessing what I'm gonna get.